Hey, there's the music. That means it's time for Animal Talk. Some of the best doggone pet people on the planet helping you with your pet, one pooch at a time. It's America's Pet Show, Animal Talk. Thanks for being with us. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, do all those podcast things in all the podcast places. We truly appreciate you coming around. AnimalTalkRadio.com is the website, and of course, WearingFunny.com if you're looking for some gear, some pet parent gear, some funny t-shirts. They're all there. They're available for you. Appreciate our sponsor, WearingFunny.com. Great place. Go check them out. And for your pet help and information, you're in the right spot. We're going to help you out. We have years and years of animal calls and emails and interviews, and we're sharing them all with you on these Animal Talk Rewinds. Now, Animal Talk, it is for entertainment purposes only, so make sure you check with your local veterinarian, your local trainer, if you have any issues coming up, and we're here to help. Our professionals always got great ideas, too, so here we go, having a little bit of fun. It's Animal Talk.
Googly moogly.
That's right. Fact or fiction? You decide. Hey, Donna. Brad's going to tell us all about this.
Well, we're going to read 3 facts. 2 of those facts are fake. 1 of those facts is true. If you're the first one to call in and tell us on air which of those facts is true, you win a fabulous prize.
All right, ladies first.
All right. Fact number 1. Staley Farms from upstate New York offers to bring in a herd of sheep to your home for, quote-unquote, mowing the lawn, counting till napping, or for petting at parties.
All righty.
Fact number 2. Peter Sellers' taxidermy dog, Mr. Popo, or possibly Mr. Poo-Poo, sold online in England for $4,000 in 2003.
All right, and our third fact is the sea otter's fur is the finest and densest of any animal, with an estimated 650,000 hairs per square inch.
Wow.
That's a lot. That is one serious hair club for man donor right there.
Imagine if Mr. Popo had hair like that, what he would have gone for.
That's right. 2 of those facts are false. 1 is absolutely true. You guess the true fact, and you win a fantabulous prize for you and your pet. You can if you don't have a pet, we'll give you an Animal Talk t-shirt. How about that? Very fashionable coming into those spring months and summer hot days.
I was wearing one yesterday.
She was styling in the Animal Talk tee.
Wow.
She had the girly girl tee on too. It was cute.
Oh, there you go.
It was yellow and orange.
Mm-hmm. It's animaltalkradio.com. If you're shy and you don't want to get on the phone, some people are like that. It really is just talking to a couple friends. No need to be shy, but some people are, and so you can send in your questions to questions@animaltalkradio.com. Do we have one over there, Brad?
Sure do. A good way to start it would be, Dear Animal Talk,
You've got mail.
my older dog gets scared of anything in the air, planes, birds, or even someone stepping over him. Why is that? And that's signed Bessie.
Well, it could be simply, and this is always a guess, just based on animal behavior.
He was
the
abused
dog
in his previous home?
No. No.
That's always
I know.
every dog
Every dog was abused. No. And and you ask them what age did they get him? 8 weeks? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
They don't remember anything like that. No.
All right.
Usually it comes from it being a startling action, something overhead, something we can't control, and it's almost as if we're being attacked. And instead of going into fight mode, this dog is going into flight mode. So there's 2 different ways an animal will respond when being pushed in that manner. So if somebody steps over them, you're startling the dog. It's a fearful thing to do. It's also a dominant thing to do. Anything flying overhead, a bird. It sounds like you've got a pretty sensitive dog. And the best way to deal with a sensitive dog is to work through basic obedience and try to build up their confidence, try to help them be a dog. The human response to a dog that acts this way is to go, oh, baby, it's okay, and start giving them love and affection. And basically you're praising them for this bad behavior and telling them, yes, please continue to act frightened. I'm going to keep giving you this praise and this reward for it. So the hardest thing is going to be getting the people to back off. When the dog starts to act that way, just keep moving. Keep going about what you're doing. Don't make a scene over this. Let the dog, it'll become a non-event at that point. And don't back up the behavior. Once the dog does something that is good, like getting them playing ball, you're changing what their mind is focusing on. Instead of allowing them to stay in that moment of fear, you're doing something fun. You're playing with them or giving them a favorite treat, and you're redirecting them into something that's more appropriate for them to be doing.
Another reason could be that we're starting to get cataracts or starting not being
Can't
able to
see
see
so
better.
well.
And so shadows is what they pick up. So something underneath them they can't see, but when the light gets blocked out, they tend to respond more dramatically to that. And there's not a whole lot you're going to do about that. People don't get cataract surgery for their critters very often.
Right.
But yeah, you just need to try not to scare the dog too much. Try to let them know you're on your way. And but again, just like thunderstorms, dogs tend to be more reactive to thunderstorms as they get older, it seems like, because
Yes.
it's probably the only thing they hear.
Right. It's the only thing that they can hear and feel in the air. The pressure does change, which helps kind of them realize that's going on.
So yeah, it's as we get, if you just like people, as they get older, people tend to be more afraid of things as they get older, and it's the same thing with critters. Just because you're not as easily aware of what's going on around you, you get more nervous about it. So that would be my guess.
We have that fact or fiction hanging out there, and we have Dave that wants to take a shot at it. And are we gonna? Let me see here. Yep, we're gonna get to Dave in just 1 minute.
Ready to exercise? He's been stretching.
Yeah. All right. We'll get to Dave in just a minute and your calls. Fact or fiction hanging out there where we have 3 facts, 2 are false, one of them true, and you get the true fact and you can win a fabulous prize for you and or your pet. And we have Dave in Omaha. Dave, welcome to Animal Talk.
Thanks. I waited obediently. I was wondering if I get a treat for that.
We'll give you some praise. Good job, Dave. Good Dave.
Yeah, we're going to run through these 3 facts again really quick and recap those for you.
Okay, fact number 1, Staley Farms from upstate New York offers to bring a herd of sheep to your home for quote-unquote mowing the lawn, counting till napping, or for petting at parties.
And fact number 2, Peter Sellers' taxidermy dog, Mr. Popo, sold online in England for $4,000 in 2003.
And our third fact is the sea otter's fur is the finest and densest of any animal, with an estimated 650,000 hairs per square inch. Which one of these facts is true, Dave?
I believe it's number 3. The marine, the sea otter does not depend on blubber and body fat like most other marine mammals.
It depends on that fine hair.
Oh, hold your calls, America. We have a winner.
That is correct, sir.
Great.
Good job, Dave. What kind of pets do you have?
Have a rat terrier dog.
Oh, okay.
Lots of energy, all packed in one little pack.
That's right. All right. Well, we'll either get you something cool for your dog or something for you and send it out. Thanks for the call. Have a great evening. And Brad, we got a couple over there.
Sure do. Dear Animal Talk.
All right. Hang on. Hold that thought.
Dear.
You've got mail.
Hey,
I've always wanted to have a rat as a pet, but my friends say that I'm crazy. Do you think rats are good pets? Should I learn anything about them beforehand, or are they pretty easy to take care of? What do you think? And if you have a suggestion, what's a good name for a rat? This is signed Walter.
Rats do make good pets, but I would absolutely recommend on reading as much as possible about them before you bring them into your home, simply because you can never have too much information about the pet you own. And the more information you have, the better and longer they're going to live.
Yeah, for instance, let's say you want to house your rat in an aquarium with your pet snake. No.
Probably not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
Right.
But
having a good information, that's always the way to go. But rats make great pets. I had them many years ago, and got very attached to all of them. They were wonderful. And mine, let's see, going down the list of good rat names. Let's see, I had one named Wendell, one named Wally. I stuck with the W's for a while. There's any really name. Think of what's the Secret of Nim? What was that rat's name? Jonathan, wasn't it?
Billy?
No, I don't know.
No, Jonathan was the mouse.
Quaker?
You've never seen The Secret of Nim?
I've never.
No?
No.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Oh.
But there's rat names in there. There's also
Templeton.
Templeton?
Templeton, yeah. There's
From Charlotte's Web. Templeton the rat from Charlotte's Web.
Oh, I don't remember.
As
him.
played by Paul Lynde in the movie.
Was it really?
Yeah, I remember his voice being in there, but I didn't remember it was a rat.
Well, there you go.
Oh, there's a couple names for you.
All right. Yeah, so we have another email sitting there,
Sure
Brad?
do,
I got
yeah.
distracted by something. I apologize. All right, go ahead. What do we got there?
Dear Animal Talk, do dogs need to wear sweaters when they go outside?
Oh.
My grandma's Shih Tzu always has a sweater on whenever she leaves the house, as does my aunt's Dachshund. But my mom puts a shirt on my Chow that she bought at the Goodwill store. Do the dogs need to wear clothing? I don't think so, but Mom says that if they want to stay warm, they do.
No.
And this is signed Bill.
No.
Okay.
No, they don't need to wear sweaters. That's what they have fur for.
Yeah. Even the dead of winter, the really, really, really cold one.
Just let their hair grow a little bit longer. Don't get them trimmed so close in the winter time, and it'll be all right. But no, they don't need to do that. They can regulate their body temperature. I mean, look at Whippets and Italian Greyhounds. They have almost no hair coat, and they still somehow manage to survive in Michigan.
Chinese Cresteds maybe a little bit, but then again, there's sometimes when people dress their dogs up, it's not necessarily
For warmth.
For warmth, it's just for show. And if and again, unless you're like dressing your dogs up like various characters on the Starship Enterprise, it's probably not going to be that bad a thing. What's your opinion, Jane? What do you think about dressing dogs up?
It's a little degrading, but when you get into the little toy breeds, it's like, well, how much pride do they have left anyway?
Oh, that was a little harsh.
I apologize to all the chihuahuas I just offended. Yeah, okay, I'm mean. What can I do? And we had the email earlier about naming a pet, and you gotta pick a proper name. Sometimes you get a name for your dog, and it'll come back to haunt you, or your pet, or whatever it is. Really, it can come back to haunt you, be a little ironic in the future sometimes. You got to be really cautious when you're selecting names for your pig. Let's say here's the top 5 unfortunate celebrity pet names that have come back to Billy Joel. His bulldog named Rex. Oh yeah. Angelina Jolie's rabbit was named Mort. That really wasn't thinking ahead on her part. Karl Rove, he had a parrot called George. I don't know if that was a prank gift somebody gave him or what, but Bill Clinton, he had a pointer. Yeah, his pointer, his name was Randy.
You need a name.
He just needed a pointer.
It's funny there.
And Roy Horn of Siegfried and Roy's tiger, his name was Claude. That was unfortunate. Unfortunate celebrity pet names is what those are.
Tiger on Roy.
Yeah. And Brad, we take the emails from our website.
Sure do.
And we help people out electronically when they need that help, and we do that throughout the week, and then we get to those on the weekend as well. You got another one loitering over there?
Sure do. Dear Animal Talk.
What you got?
You've got mail, baby, yeah.
Is it okay to have a dog in an apartment? I would need a quiet dog that's easy to care for. I live by myself, and I really, really love dogs, but I don't want to get one that's going to be unhappy in my home. Do you have any suggestions of what breed I should look at? And this is signed Carl.
All right, Carl.
I would say the number one breed of dog, if you're going to live in an apartment, I would say look at cat.
Yeah. I was just going to say that. Feline? That'd probably be the way to go. Cats are more self-sufficient and usually quiet. They may have their crazy bouts here and there where they may run mad dash through playing with something, but other than that,
even a cat being loud, unless it's
not like a dog,
unless it's like it's like an unfixed cat and it's out howling. Cats being loud is different than a dog being loud.
Yeah.
Cat it may not carry through the wall, whereas the dogs will.
I'm sure if we could call police departments, I'm sure that there's been very few policemen called out to the scene because a neighbor's cat was keeping the neighbors up all night.
Yeah.
So it's again, they're not as big an issue and they're easy to care for. But if you absolutely positively have to have a dog,
and it's got to be there overnight.
It's got to be there overnight. Again, a good apartment dog is like a pug, wouldn't you say? I mean, they work out nicely, and you can actually, you don't necessarily
litter train them.
You can actually litter train the dogs now. There's products made just for dogs, that for them to be housebroken. But so it's something, I think we have links to it on our website again, where you can find out about that sort of thing. So check out our website. But yeah, you can train a dog to be completely in the house, so you don't have to take him for walks to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
which is one of the real downsides of having a
Having an
dog in the
apartment.
apartment.
Yeah, well,
that's why a
if
cat
you
would
don't
be
have
better.
a
If you don't have the
convenient
time.
apartment, yeah. Well, if you don't have your, up on the third floor or whatever, it's like, all right, and then you gotta all the way out. So, yeah, definitely.
Hey, it's Jamie. I got to hop on in here and remind you about our sponsor, wearingfunny.com. Wearingfunny.com for all your pet parent T-shirt needs. Head on over wearingfunny.com and check out the vast array of amazing, hilarious T-shirts, thoughtful, cuddly, and cute for you and your kitties and your puppies. And hey, we take requests. If you have a critter that we don't have represented, let us know. We'll get you connected with just the perfect shirt for you and your critters, showing your love for being the best pet parent you can possibly be. Wearingfunny.com. Back to the show.
I always like doing that.
Your animal talk.
All right.
Subspace signal.
Okay, there we
My cat likes to sleep a lot. It seems like he sleeps about 16 hours a day.
Lucky
My
cat.
wife is worried that he's very sick. I don't think so. I was wondering, how much do cats usually sleep? And this is signed Bill.
23 and a half hours out of 24?
Yeah, it's they're kind
Somewhere
of
in there.
Yeah, kind of the same as like pandas. They're just always asleep. But having a cat, how much does Kirby sleep?
He naps out. He'll be. Oh,
He's probably sleeping right now.
yeah. I mean, he sleeps like all night with me. So there's the 6 hours.
We should note
and-
that Kirby is your cat.
Yes.
Okay.
And then he'll sleep the 6-8 hours at night with me, and then he'll get another good 8 hours in during the day at least. So
yeah.
he's a good 16 hours a day.
Cats are good loungers. Cats because they spend so much energy hunting that in the wild.
Hunting the food dish?
Well, but in the wild they sleep a lot to save their energy for hunting. It's just that we've eliminated that hunting portion of their life, so all that left them with is the sleeping.
Right.
So cats tend to sleep a lot. Actually, there's been studies shown that cats who sleep a lot are more stressed than cats that have something to do. That cats are supposed to be hunting, and so that's why they always recommend a laser pointer. So cats actually have something to do, because if you don't get to live out what you were made to do, you get really stressed out. So a laser pointer or a bird at the end of a string, something like that, gives them something to do and makes them feel like they're living out there, fulfilling their destiny.
Kirby loves the bird. It's I have that cat toy. It's like just a stick and then like a line and the 2 feathers at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And it's his favorite toy. He loves the interactive toys. And the Pika Prize box that you have.
Mm-hmm. Quinn loves it. Quinn absolutely loves it.
What is
her
that?
cat can't get enough. It's a big box. It's probably 2 inches tall.
Yeah, about that.
About the size of a pizza box. Basically the size of a pizza box.
A large pizza box. And it's
made
got
out
holes
of,
in it.
made out of plywood, basically, but nice sanded finish. And like a big block of Swiss cheese. And there's all kinds of holes about the size of ping pong balls. And it comes with 3 balls that relatively ping pong ball size. And your cat like sticks his arm in all the little holes.
To
and
try
bats
to
the
get
balls
everything
around.
out, which my cat does. And then she'll put them back in.
It's not interactive
Really?
enough for my cat Kirby. And, my cat Kirby, you have to be playing with him. If you just give him a mouse, a
Toy mouse.
toy mouse, he'll hit it once or twice, and then that's it. His Pika Prize, he'll like stick his paw in there and hit it, and then he wouldn't touch it again. It's got to be something that I'm playing with him, like the laser pointer to keep him going, or the bird, the bird on the end of the string. It's got to be something that's interactive, and the laser pointer, I don't know if he knows I'm doing it or not, but it's something that's moving.
It's something that seems alive
on its own. He just doesn't go after the inanimate things, making his own game.
Oh, Quinn does that all the time. I've actually trained her to put things back into the Pika Prize, and she also fetches. So we interact by playing fetch as well.
Wow.
She's still young, so we're working on teaching her more.
I saw a videotape this week. Someone attached a laser pointer to a dog's collar. So it was in front of the dog the whole time, and the dog was just running around the yard, chasing this little spot.
Oh, no.
And it was going to be busy for days.
My dog Frog would just love that. Love it.
Your calls are next. Kurt in Omaha. What's going on with you and your dog, sir?
Yeah, I got a question for you.
What's up?
I've got a 2-year-old male miniature schnauzer, and in August we're going to have a baby, and he gets somewhat aggressive when we pick up either other dogs or when we pick up younger kids.
Okay.
And I mean, he doesn't like bite him or anything. He doesn't really go at him, but he barks and becomes agitated with us. So I was just kind of wondering what your guys' thoughts were on that.
You said that he gets this way when you pick them up, like physically pick them up?
Yeah, otherwise he's great with them.
Okay. What you can try doing, and if it doesn't work, then I would say you need to get him to a behaviorist and possibly find somewhere else for this dog to live. The first thing that I'll have you try, just to see if the dog can handle it, is to have the dog see you holding a doll, a baby doll, that's swaddled, and get him used to the act of seeing you guys with this swaddled baby doll and handing it back and forth between the two of you, and also record baby sounds, lots of different baby sounds. Usually Discovery Channel or Learning Channel, one of them always has something on where you can hear baby screaming. So record a bunch of that, play that all over the place, because these are sounds that the dog is going to hear once the baby arrives that could start that agitation. So we need to start to see how is he going to react to it. If he still becomes agitated and you're not acknowledging him while he's doing it, you're just going to go about your business and you're just holding something. If he continues to become agitated by it, at that point you are going to stop what you're doing and you're going to go and see a behaviorist and have this dog's behavior evaluated where they can see it, correct it in the moment it's doing these behaviors, and find out, can we work with this? And also they'll be able to tell you, not just can we work with this, but what are you going to be up against while working with this? And is this something that you potentially want to expose your new baby to?
Okay.
So yeah, it's a difficult priority to set, but it's a hard choice to make. But you don't want to set anybody up to make a mistake. Right. I mean, it is an animal still, and they can make mistakes. So you want to make sure absolutely positive that your child's going to be safe. Yeah.
I mean, overall, when it's kind of that initial reaction, and then once the kid's around in the home for however long, he's perfectly fine.
Maybe this exercise of desensitization. I'm not even going to try to say it again. But will help you and help alleviate that and get him used to it.
Getting him used to hearing these noises,
first.
These handlings, like I said, picking up and swaddling a doll, and then maybe finding one of those dolls that actually talks, the really creepy ones, and using that as well, because that's something that it'll mimic. You're doing something. They've got ones that cry and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Using that instead of using a real baby or a real child, using the doll to see how is this dog going to react. And if he continues to become agitated and still does not seem to calm down, and you've been doing this for 7 days and he's not making any progress, at that point you need to get in and have him actually checked out.
Okay.
All right, Kurt. Thanks for the call. Good luck. Pet behavior, it's always a problem. They are like kids, really. They're and some can be spoiled problem children.
Well, what happens is we don't always recognize, most humans don't recognize that while we think it's kind of cute but maybe a little bit annoying in puppyhood, but then we allow this behavior to continue and continue and continue, that this leads into much worse behavior as they age. So, what I always tell my students, if it's not cute, if you can see your dog as an adult doing this same behavior in 5 years and you don't think it's cute, don't encourage it now at 8 weeks, because that leads to a whole world of trouble. And schnauzers on the whole tend to be a high-strung dog. They really do as a breed. They're a dog that needs a lot of physical activity. They need to have something to do and work out that energy that they've got. So if this dog is possibly not getting enough exercise that he needs, upping the exercise may help him quite a bit as well.
I've seen the little challenge between children and dogs with parents reach a level where I was sure they were going to get divorced in the room because they were just hating each other. Because, again, in this case, it was the dad as the one I'm thinking of, but the dad was saying this dog made a pass at biting the child, and the child was just stepped on the dog, and the dog almost bit the child. But the mom was saying it's not the dog's fault. But they were so livid with each other that they were deciding it's not the dog's fault. But what if the dog had done damage? I don't want anything doing damage. It's just a tough situation,
really
and there's no right answer in most circumstances.
No, there's not.
It's just the question of erring on the side of safety is what most people choose. But it really is difficult for everyone involved, and that's why you got to start working at a young age to make sure you never get to that position.
And see, this is the thing. The 2 dogs that I have, I don't have kids. And who knows if during these dogs' lifetimes, if I will have kids. But I've been preparing them since the day they came into my house to deal with the stupid things that kids do to dogs.
Right.
And I know that sounds really rude to a lot of parents out there, but kids do stupid things to dogs. It's a fact.
Oh, yeah.
I remember being a kid. Kids will walk by and stick their finger in their ear, grab toys out of their mouth, pick up a leg. They'll do these things, and if your dog isn't prepared to deal with it, your dog is not going to react well to it.
And we were just talking about how pets are like children, and they make mistakes, and so you got to do everything you possibly can to guide them and shape their behavior and lead them down the right path. I mean, and like kids, they get into things they shouldn't get into. And, drugs, for instance. You don't want your pet doing drugs. You want to put a stop to that right away. And there's signs to know if your pet's been doing drugs.
Oh, no. Really?
Yeah, there are.
Animal Talk, home of the graceful segue.
Not if you keep pointing it out, Brad.
There's 5 sure signs that your pet's been doing some drugs.
Oh, no.
You hear your pet say, "Polly, want a cracker?" And a big bag of Doritos, and a box of Fruity Pebbles, a microwave burrito, and a jelly donut.
Oh, jeez.
Right. So, yeah,
That's
your pet's doing drugs if he's saying that. He's doing drugs when you ask him, who's a good boy, and he sits there and ponders it for hours. If your pet ever says something like, "Wow, have you ever looked at your paw?" Man, I mean, like, ever really looked at your paw?
Oh, my.
Okay. And a sign for sure that your pet's been doing drugs. He's so freaked out by the bubbling treasure chest, he hasn't come out of the castle in like 6 days. Yeah, that's right. He's doing
Got
drugs.
a problem. Mm-hmm.
And the number one reason your dog's been doing drugs is Rusty's not only stopped chasing his tail, now he's accusing it of following him home. The dog is kind of on drugs at that point. All right.
Yeah.
And you got to watch out. You got to take care of your critters. When they make bad choices, you got to help them make better ones.
That's right.
You can stop all this with a simple phone call. 800.
Nice.
Hundreds of bits go on the radio every year just to die. Through your calls to Animal Talk, you can stop bits from dying every night.
Oh, we gotta create that. Oh, all right. Helping you with your pet. That's what we do. What you got there in front of you, Brad?
Oh, I have an email.
A merciful email rolled in. All right. What do we got?
Dear Animal Talk,
there's some mail here for you.
Why do they cut poodles that way? I mean, really? And this is signed Dexter.
That is an excellent question. I mean, because you get the show poodles, and it's like, oh my god!
It's actually to help them with the swimming. They're actually a hunting breed, and that was believed to keep those joints warm while they were retrieving the ducks in the water and the birds.
Wow!
And it also makes them feel pretty,
especially when you put the little bows in.
Oh, I'm glad we resolved that. All right. Well, thanks so much for being with us and bringing us along on your Sunday afternoon. Happy Mother's Day. Happy birthday to all those mothers.
Stop, please. Please end the madness.
And we appreciate you being with us. And we will be back next week, Saturday, from noon to 1, Sunday, 7 to 9, both Eastern times, and most of the GCN stations. Till then, have an exotic week and kiss.
Do wild thing for me.
Thanks for being with us for another episode of Animal Talk. Make sure you do all those podcast things in the podcast places, like, subscribe, leave a comment. We hope you had a little fun along the way. Make sure you head on over to wearingfunny.com. You can grab yourself some gear to show off what a proud pet parent you are. Are you a cool cat mom? Are you a happy doggy daddy? We got all the gear just for you. Hats, shirts, all kinds of swag. Wearingfunny.com. Go check it out and show yourself a little animal pride with Animal Talk. Once again, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here. Have an exotic week and kiss your wild thing for us.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Bye-bye.